Welcome back to my ADU project, part 112. Now, it's been about a month since our last episode. Like we mentioned in the last one, we talked to some lawyers. We decided we're not going to go to court, so we talked to the contractor, and this is what we decided to do. Now, we determined we don't need to access the neighbors because we have about a foot or two space between the property line. So they dug out this hole between the two properties, or on our property. So you can see that there's a foot or two hole, and they cut all the drywall out for about a foot. This is the old 100-year-old wall, so they took that out and they're going to replace that and do some work here. So that'll get, and then you can see some of the old structure on the outside. So I'm gonna head out now because it's so tight in here I can't really show you much in here. But this is the original 100-year-old wall. And so if you can see down by my feet, you can see that's how much space we have between the two property lines. So we never did need to go onto the neighbor's yard. So as soon as I can get out of here, we can move on into the house. Now this is the leftover dirt from that, and this is some leftover rocks, which we'll talk about later when we get to the back of the building. Of course, we went inside the house. We'll show you what's going on in here. Now, to treat for mold, they have to cut out the lower level to determine how high up the mold went. So you can see on here they took out all the floor molding and they stacked it there. And they checked for mold. So right now, for someone who's not trained, it looks pretty good. There's no real signs of any damage here. My question is, what are they going to do behind here? Because you see, they did this area, but they didn't do stuff behind here. So I would question behind these things. So you might want to bring that up to your guy. But for the most part, everything got done. You can see the bathrooms. Same scenario, everything got done, but not behind the sink. Hallway, I'm just gonna make a complete circle. Then you got around here, all this. Now this is the hole between the original wall and stuff. You can see through, there, you can see through to the other wall. Say hi to yourself on camera. You got this over here. And then, same thing along here. Now, normally they don't require installation in interior walls. We paid a little extra to put this extra layer of insulation here. But normally in an internal wall, you wouldn't see that. There's no power right now because we got the stuff done with the electrical company. But they still have to do some stuff with the power, the circuit breaker there. Here you can see through to the outside structure. And here you got the same thing, that 1 foot section that we talked about. This. Okay, the bathroom. I guess you can kind of see that it's not so bad here. Or they done some painting. You see that the walls are here, come on in. Now we still have to figure out what we're going to do with this door, because of all this mold down here. Are we going to get a new door, or, can we treat it somehow? So that's going to be determined in here. Okay, then we'll go outside and I'll show you what got done in the back. Like I mentioned before, this is all the molding that was done. That's some of the dirt. They thrown some of it out with a dumpster came in. But if you look down here, if you remember in the previous video, there was a pipe that they were going to connect right here. So right in this area, they're going to connect the pipe which goes out to the drain out on the street. So I'm not sure how much farther this drain is gonna go, but that's what's underneath here. And then they have this this tarp underneath as a waterproof. So I'm not sure if they're gonna put a spout here or what's gonna go here, but that's pretty much what got done here. Be a little louder because of the helicopter. There's some extra pipe, so they probably will do something in this last section. And I think that's pretty much it. So we decided, after talking to a bunch of lawyers, that we're not going to go the legal route, and we were able to work it out with a contractor. So everything's good. So it looks like after a month delay, you know, determining our options, this should all be done in about 3 weeks. So this is about 3 days worth of work from the last video, and that's it. So if you like what you see, click the like button and you know, hit subscribe and stuff, and we'll see you next time.